Editing your thumbnails in Canva is easier thanks to a brand new photo editor. Now you can clean up or even enhance your photos before you even step foot into a thumbnail design. This allows you to focus on the image first without distractions. On Canva's homepage, you're going to click this icon that says Photo Editor. It is going to pop up something that says Create a Design. The top picks for photo editing are listed at the top, many of which are new. This dedicated photo editor allows you to upload your own photo, or you can grab one that you've uploaded in the past. Let's take this picture that I've used on a thumbnail before. This is the brand new photo editor. And real quickly, I'm going to show you exactly what I did with this picture. Very first thing I did was remove the background, and then I went in and erased the logo on his shirt. Then it's time to add an outline. Change that, maybe reduce the size a little bit, and go out. And now what I can do is save this to Canva and close it and open it up. So let's save that and close it. Type in thumbnail. Go to YouTube thumbnail. It's in my uploads folder. So now I can take it straight to the thumbnail and that image is already done for me. Since this is fairly new, I thought I would walk through and just see what the options are for us because I really think they're limitless. I'm going to take this image right here. It's not thumbnail size. It's also not video size, but I want it to be thumbnail or video size. How can I do that? We're going to use crop. Aspect ratio and change that to 16:9. Then left click and drag your screenshot or whatever it is around to however it is that you want it. This is how I would like for it to be. But I don't want it to look like that. I want it to have a little perspective. Before I dive into perspective, let me just show you that you can rotate your image. Perspective is new. We can change the vertical perspective. Let me go really so that you can really see it like that, or even backwards like that. So this is a vertical. You can even go horizontal. So I might take this one and go to a -5.5 and move it over a little bit. And I might take the vertical and maybe bring it forward a little bit. Maybe I want it like that instead and click done. We could click save, create a design, or even just download this to our device. And this is a segment I'm calling What's on My Canvassador Wish List. That sounds stupid, I know. But basically, I wish that perspective was in the full design instead of having to come back to the standalone editor to make perspective adjustments. The crop tab in a design does look slightly different than the crop tab in the photo editor itself, but all the aspect ratios are listed there and it has a rotate. It does not have perspective change right there. We're going to look at the Adjust tab. Let's take a look at Select Area because click is something that's brand new. You can click on an area, for example, this. Let's just make this super obnoxious. And do you see how it's making adjustments to that one specific area of the image without changing anything else? The other thing is brush. Essentially what it means, and let's just make this really super obnoxious so that you can see the difference. You can brush an area of a design and make adjustments so that that specific area, you see what I mean by it's obnoxious? I just want you to see the difference. Next up, we have foreground. Foreground is going to select what it thinks is the foreground of the image. It will change just the foreground, but it thinks it's the person and the phone. Let's reduce the brightness. You can choose the background. See how it's purple, the temperature, any of these. And it keeps going to purple to remind you what you've selected. So we've gone over select area, but there's also an auto adjust where it's going to auto adjust the whole image. So let's click that. And the colors have been adjusted. And in this case, it increased the brightness, increased the contrast, increased highlights, increased shadows, increased white and black, very minimally, increase the vibrance, reduce the saturation. Auto adjust is one of my favorite tools because it fixes a lot of problems in one click that it would take me a lot longer to manually fix. I want to be honest with you, I've not played around with all of this within the photo editor, so I might uncover some bugs or things that the photo editor can't do. I'm just not sure yet. Under Magic Studio, most of these are going to have a crown where you need Canva Pro to access these features. We know that background remover is royalty when it comes to thumbnails. This is so simple to do, and we'll be able to save it without a background so that in the future we don't have to use it for that same image over and over and over again. The next one is a new feature called Background Generator. Describe a new background. Inspire me, we're just going to get a different one. Generate. For each one, I'm going to take a look. We've got this is option A, option B, option C, option D. I kind of like option D, but what I really like is there is a button right here that we can click. It looks like a sunshine. We can match the subject to the background, balance relight. This just adjusts and makes it look a little more realistic. Let's keep in mind, I didn't use a very realistic image here. And maximum relight, I think I'm going to go with maximum relight for this and click done. By the way, you can click down, compare, and see what it looked like before and after. Magic Eraser. I love Magic Eraser because when you click on Magic Eraser, you can click things to erase. This is just like the click for adjust and erase. It's going to hopefully get rid of this laptop. It did that pretty well. You know that I like to use eraser to erase logos like I showed you at the beginning with the brush tool. Let's see what else there is. I think that some of these aren't going to work, but that's just me guessing. Magic Edit. Oh, we're going to try to click this. A mermaid tattoo, no, make it brighter. Add a vase, make it blue. Add a cute dog, change color to red. Why don't we try that? Generate, I don't know if it's going to work. Magic Edit isn't one that I use a whole lot, but it did. It made it red. That's pretty good. We'll click done. Now we can compare before or after. Next up, Magic Expand. Magic Expand can only be done in a design, but it wants you to see that there is that option. We're going to go back. Magic Grab, same thing. I'm going to assume Grab Text is the same thing. Absolutely. The reason why I think that this is true is because instead of it being one image, with Magic Expand, it's trying to expand beyond what this photo editor size is. With Magic Grab, it's turning one photo into two. I think that's why that you can't use those specific magic features in the photo editor itself. With filters, we can actually see all. This just adds a filter. This is basic photo editing right here. Of course, you can change the intensity of it as well. Want it black and white, completely, just a little bit. Want a color pop. I really like X Pro Plus as a filter. Then increase the intensity just a little bit. You can do the same thing with this that you've been doing. Save, create a design, download. Do you remember this image that we designed earlier today? When I go into it, and this is the one that they uploaded, I actually can compare it to the beginning. It still has those things saved with the background remover and Magic Eraser. I can actually click on this and reset the tools. I love that because it will give me back my original image that I made in the photo editor. Let's take a look at a couple other things. Under effects with shadows. There's a bunch of different shadows you can make, and some are really great for YouTube thumbnails. We've got glow, drop, outline, curved, page lift, angled, and backdrop. Clearly, some of these work better for YouTube thumbnails than others. I specifically love the outline look, and then changing the size, even the intensity of it, as well as the color. I brought back this so that we could look at autofocus. We've got blur intensity and focal position, where we can increase the blur of specific spots. I personally don't use autofocus that much because it's just a little hard for me to be able to control. I figure if I feel that way, you probably feel that way too. This is blur. The reason why I love this is that you can brush a specific part, and let's just make this 6. Let's say that I want to sort of give intrigue for this photo and just blur that segment, then I can. I could blur this whole part. That's a pretty cool look. Then when I go back, it has that tilt perspective look and it's blurred out that segment. One common question is how can you blur an entire photo? Click whole image and click intensity. It will blur the whole photo for you. What if you've added a blur and you want to take it away? Click on blur, remove blur, before, after, before, after. Let's click this arrow. Let's look at duotone. Duotone is one that I like to make a silhouette out of. Click duotone and then custom, and then change the color to what you want. Let's say that I know that I want sort of an outline like this. Well, there I go. I've got a silhouette of a person. Very easy. I can click Save Design. This one also still has that shadow effect, so I could get rid of the shadow effect if I wanted as well and click Save. If I go here, it may not be there because I need to refresh, and there it is. The other thing that you can do is face retouch. This is a feature that I really don't use a lot, but face retouch currently best on individual. We can smooth skin a little bit. I think you can take this a little bit too far, but it is there if you want it. If you want to continue learning to work smarter within Canva so that you're not clicking as many buttons or doing as many things when you are making videos or making thumbnails, watch this next, and I'll see you next time.